Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Go Money. Before we go into the details, if you have not watched the introduction and money management videos, please do. It has the basic concept of wave theory and the indicators we use. The money management will give you an idea of how to manage the trade. The link is given in the description. In this video, we are going to look at weekly trade report. Before going into the details of each and every trade, let's look at the weekly progress. So as we have been 5 weeks in this year, it's been roller coaster. Basically, the market is not moving up; it's actually sideways altogether. But we managed to keep it up above the water until now. So hopefully this continues. But for this week, we are down, and even down more down than Nifty. So we have lost more than % in this week, and yeah, it's kind of a rough week. But let's look at each and every trade, how it performed. And before going into the trade, let me show the chart what happened this week, like a snapshot. So this week we have entered couple of trades. Eicher Motors and L&T are the two trades we have entered, and one of the trade got closed in our stop loss, which is HDFC, which we didn't expect. It turned violently down, and it took us out in stop loss. So we lost around 5,000 rupees in the process. So overall realized as until now is likely we closed 4 trades altogether. 3 of them were positive. One got closed in stop loss, and we gained approximately 10,000 rupees, and the overall win loss ratio as of now is 75 to 25%. Okay, this is kind of a overall view of where we stand, and we actually have invested most of the account, like almost 90% of our money is in the market now after entering into these 2 trades. Okay, let's move on to the trade and where it stands, and this is the one which got closed. I just want to show before we take out this trade. So we enter the trade in this breakout, but then it went down, so we moved this trend line up as it has broken the previous low, and it's still continuing. It didn't do anything much, but it took us around 7th of February. So this trade we are not in, but still we are not in a downtrend. Still the trend is up. It has come. It is in the C wave, and we will be expecting a up move when it breaks this trend line. But still, it has some more time, maybe another week or 2. So let's watch. But these are in the watch category. So let's move on to the trades where we are in right now. Yep. So let's start with Sensex. As we have seen, it has made an impulse followed by a bigger correction. Now this is, like, we can say A is complete, and we have a up move followed by a down, and then there may be correction. I'm expecting this move and then a move up to complete the B wave, if it does, and then maybe there may be a bigger C wave before it starts moving for the next level. So but we are in the trade, and we will be watching this. If we perform, we will be in the trade at least till the B is complete. Okay, so hopefully that happens. Then we'll move on to Nifty. Same situation. I think it performs a similar way. So we are in the trade from early January. So it has made a roller coaster move. Basically, it's similar to Sensex, and we are expecting the similar move in Nifty. Bank Nifty has maintained its level. It didn't come that low, so it actually made an impulse followed by correction, but now it took off well. That's a good one, and now we are in a correction. but this is not a full correction, so it might complete this. It might take a longer time here and then can go up. So this is what expecting. I think price might be in this range for a month and then it can start moving up. That's the expectation, but we will monitor it. Right now the stop loss is pretty close to break even. We don't want to lose if it drops. Similarly, I think I didn't say where I moved the stop loss. So stop loss is at break even for Nifty, and also Sensex we couldn't move there because it is below that and we are not expecting it to break the previous low, so we have moved the stop loss close to the previous low, which is 57,000. Okay, so let's move on to ONGC. ONGC is performing well and it has completed the next. This is a small wave inside an hourly trend, and we had another small wave to complete, and now it might start moving up, and we are expecting to move up by end of this month. I think we are expecting it to touch at least 180 rupees and possibly 180 rupees by early March. That is our target. Okay, but again we have also moved the stop loss to the previous low, as we don't want to lose the profit what we have made in case if it drops. And will we be entering another trade here for this up? Not sure at this point. We are just monitoring in case if we get a proper setup. Let's say if we are getting a proper setup and a breakout, we might enter, because depends on what is the risk to reward ratio we get. Looks nice, at least 1:3. So hopefully we might enter a second trade here if we get a trade setup. Eicher Motors, yes, we did enter a second trade. Actually our first trade was at the previous breakout, so that's where we entered, and now it has come down and consolidated and then came down, and we are expecting this to move up, and it did a breakout, but then it did fall back. So but we are not expecting anything to break the trend line. I'm expecting it to continue. Maybe this will take some time to consolidate here before it continues, but we are in multiple trades here, and we have moved the stop loss up to 2,500 rupees, so that we will not lose more than 0.5% of our account. So still this is an uptrend, and we are positive that it can go up, but we have to keep monitoring this. Okay, Pharma is holding really well. After we enter it actually made a roller coaster ride, and it was pretty close to our entry point, and then it took up to a next impulse up, and now actually it is consolidating in this range, and we are expecting the next move up, and our target is approximately around 1000 rupees or 960 rupees and above. So let's see if it continues. Axis Bank is really doing well, and it had moved really up. Let's say after the breakout, actually we did enter a little early. I think we discussed this in our previous video. So but actually it exactly made a proper setup before it started, but in either case we may not have entered before this. So the entry point where we entered was not bad, but we should have waited a little longer. We were expecting it to move up further, so we did an early entry, but after that it made a really good move, and then it had a correction for another up, and then it is making another consolidation for further up. So we are expecting this move possible, but we are not expecting it to break the previous low, so we moved the stop loss below the previous low. Next is Hero Motors. So Hero Motors is consolidating really nicely above the trend line. So yes, we are expecting this move up. It had a bigger drop, So possibly there can be one more drop before it starts. Let's assume it can happen. So if we actually have a local fib, I'm expecting this not to break this level. So we will be watching this and try to see if we can move the stop loss close to 2500 rupees, and I'm not expecting it to break low below that, and we can actually reduce our loss in case if it comes down. Okay, and moving on to Irctc. Irctc is still consolidating. Not expecting this to go down, but when we took the trade, we know that this is not the move up yet, but this is a local move up for breaking this high, and then we are expecting another drop to consolidate this pattern before it starts. And this can actually even happen. What we thought is this can even happen this way, where this actually didn't do that, but this can happen before it starts. So in either case, our stop loss is below this previous low, because we don't want to lose this trade, and this is a very small trade, as we had a less risk to reward ratio, and we have a longer stop loss on this, like almost 100 rupees stop loss. So I think we have 60 stocks in this, but still it doesn't look like it is breaking down yet. But yeah, we will be in the trade even if it comes down furthermore, and possibly if it comes down and on the way up, we might even try to enter another trade if we have a trade setup. Wipro actually did a very good pullback for the retracement level on a longer time frame, and also on hourly it has reached the second retracement level and then bounced back. So we are expecting the end of downtrend and the move up, but definitely we did enter early with a local breakout, and but I think now we are in a consolidation for further up possibility. But I think the best way to enter is make sure you wait till this breakout and then enter. So maybe early March we might get another setup at that point. That's the expectation, but we never know it is going to drop further. So we will monitor this and see how the trade is. Maybe we have to just check it out, that if we want to come out of the trade before we even re-enter it, because we don't want to lose it if it breaks down our stop loss. So the next is L&T. So we have entered L&T on the breakout, but it has dropped a lot. We were just lucky that it didn't break the previous low or wherever the stop loss is, and then it took up. But we never know what is going to happen on Monday. This might be a trade which might be another loss possibly, but we have to wait and watch to see what is happening. I'm expecting this maybe some more correction. If it slowly does this, maybe then there is a possibility that we will close the trade on the breakout. In case it comes down, we will be breaking out and a break even for a further down. So we will have another setup here for an entry point. So that is possible, but hopefully we get this setup at least to come out before it touches our stop loss. So that's the trade we are in right now, and looking okay. We are kind of managing our trades okay, but recent trades we are actually losing some money, or actually it's in sideways, we can say. Hopefully next week gets better. At this point we are down, and but hopefully we can manage better next week, or let's see how the market goes. Global cues are not looking good. It may be because of the tensions across Russia Possibly, I don't know. Again, I don't really go into the details of why a stock went down, why a stock goes up, or a market. Everything is reflected in the stock by waves. That's the principle of the technical trading with waves. So if there is a problem, if there is any issue with the stock or the situation, it will be reflected in the market, showing this kind of a downtrend for whatever reason may be. We will definitely find a reason. Sometimes even with the reason, the market will go in the opposite direction. So you cannot predict whatever way it is. You might say there's corona, yeah, they drop and then they generally bounce back. You still have corona and there is nothing has changed. So this happens every time. How do you really predict, and what is the logical reason behind the reversal of the market? There is no logical reason, and all the stocks, especially the stock market, is all priced assuming the future. So because it's not that it is trading at the correct value today, its PE ratios are at least 25 times. So what does that mean? The price to earnings today is only, let's say if it is only 5 rupees, but the stock price will be at least 500 rupees, or let's say 200 rupees, depending on the growth of the stock. The stock price will be much higher, but it won't be worth today. It's all about the future. So you cannot predict that, unless it's all about the confidence what the market has, and it's all played by big players, and we may not be able to really judge a market. So this is but everything has to be in the chart. No other way it can escape. Whatever happens, it is reflected in the chart, and use that for your benefit. Don't rush into the trade when it is actually started moving up, so it will be a problem. And also don't try to catch the stock when it drops, like catching a dropping sword. That's not the right way, because it may go deep and it may even close your account. So make sure you enter at the right place. Once you know the market has a confidence in that trade or in that stock, then you enter into it, where you get the better probability of winning. So you cannot really catch all trades. You will be having issues in some trades, and some trades will go in your direction. So when it goes in your direction, try to maintain it. Don't close it early. And when it drops, don't be in the trade for a long time, because it is going to take you out and you cannot trade any more stocks. Okay, I think that's good for today. We'll catch up in the next video for other stock analysis, and we try trading safely and reasonably. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in our next video.